Hello from Edinburgh. One of the things I love about these thoughts from the Croí is that none of us are physically there. We're all in our own homes. And yet somehow the Croí manages to bring us together every day. No matter where we are in the world, it draws us in and reminds us that it is the heart of our dispersed community. And I find that very reassuring when this awful virus is causing so much pain and devastation. I've been looking at Ray Davies' book, Six of the Best. It's a collection of stories written for each of his grandchildren, really sharing with them some of the people he's met along the way and what he has learned from them. Dear Caitlin, I wonder what your pet aversion is. Every one of us has our own special aversions and dislikes. One of mine is whenever I have to attend a social function, such as a wedding, a graduation, or some other occasion, and an acquaintance approaches and begins to talk. Then just as you are getting into your stride, he stops and begins to look away from you, exclaiming, "Oh, there's old so-and-so, I must go and have a word with them." He rushes off, leaving your conversation in mid-air, and you're left with the impression that the other person's not very interested in you or your conversation. In other words, that person is not totally present with you. His mind is on other things and other people, and the result is that you feel rather diminished. This unwillingness or inability to be totally present to the time and the situation in which we live can be expressed in different ways. For instance, there are those who choose to live their lives in the past. Perhaps this is a special temptation for the older generation. They've developed the habit of looking back to the old days and they become imprisoned in them. This is partly understandable in a time of so much change, so rapid and so bewildering. But this attitude is not confined to older people. It's all too clear in our situation in Northern Ireland, where such a large number of people refuse to recognise the need for change. They still have not learned that history does not move backwards, and that change is a vital part of living, and we should not be afraid of it. We have indeed to learn to be alive to the time in which we live. This is not 1690 or 1916. You could imagine Ray smiling, saying that. And he goes on, consider these lines from the Sanskrit, the ancient language of India. Today is the very life of life. In its brief course lie all activities and realities of your existence. The bliss of youth, the splendour of beauty, the glory of action. Yesterday is but a dream. Tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, will make every yesterday a dream of happiness, and each tomorrow a vision of hope. So look well, therefore, to this day. This is the salutation of the dawn. To finish, I'd like to sing that old Irish blessing that was set to music by one of our volunteers, and I'd like you to join in. Deep peace of the running wave to you, deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth to you, deep peace of the shining stars to you, deep, deep peace of Christ to you, deep, deep peace of Christ to you.